Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, Havelock police are asking for your help in identifying a potential tire thief. Tires and rims were stolen from Baldry's Tire Pro on Catawba Road. Police say surveillance footage showed a white truck towing a dual-axle trailer leaving the area shortly after the theft. Anyone with information should call police at 252-447-3212. You can find that number there at the bottom of your screen. And in other news, we want to highlight again the New Bern mayoral race that took place last night. Here is a look of the two candidates that will now be in a runoff. Unofficial results show that incumbent Jeffrey Odom falling short by just 47 votes last night to avoid a runoff. Odom received 49.3% of the votes, while Holly Raby with 41.6% of the votes. Now, to avoid a runoff election, a candidate must have one vote over the 50% threshold of the total votes. Raby posted this morning that he was asking for support for next month's runoff. He said, quote, "Simply, we have to do it again. I solicit your prayers, support, and donations as we go into overtime," end quote. Now, the runoff for mayor will be held on November 4th. There is no word yet on Ward 4 alderman seat, where Laney White received 40.4% of the vote to incumbent Johnny Ray Kinsey's 34.4%. And finally, we do want to highlight that Reverend William Barber II, his lawsuit against AMC Theaters was upheld. National Civil Rights Attorney Harry Daniels is representing Bishop William Barber II in the lawsuit against AMC Theaters. It was back on December 26, 2023 that Barber was at a screening of The Color Purple with his 90-year-old mother at the AMC Fire Tower 12 location. Now, Barber, who suffers from a disability, which is technically a form of arthritis that causes inflammation in the joints and ligaments of the spine, uses a specialized chair that helps alleviate the pain of his disability. Now, Barber says he was confronted by theater staff who say he demanded he show proof of his disability before he could use the chair. The staff then called Greenville police, who escorted him from the theater. Now, WITN previously reported that managers at the theater said the special chair he needed for medical reasons was a fire hazard. The minister met with the chairman and CEO of the movie chain several days after it happened, and then, a short time later, announced that he had turned the matter over to National Civil Rights Attorney Harry Daniels. Barber's lawsuit, which was filed in 2024, seeks compensatory damages to be determined by a jury and awarded Barber a preliminary injunction restraining AMC from expelling him and retaliating against him for exercising his rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, for a full transcript of the lawsuit, you can find it on our website, WITN.com. And now for your weather forecast. We've seen a few raindrops roll across parts of eastern North Carolina so far today. Others actually right now enjoying some sunshine. Let's go to that cup half full view. Right now, this is a view through our Moorhead City Cam overlooking the Intercoastal Waterway from Sanitary Restaurant. 80 degrees right now, comes with a southwesterly wind at about 10 miles an hour, but a 70-degree dew point is making it feel a little bit warmer. Kind of feels like summertime hasn't truly let go quite just yet. 80 degrees right now, because of that 70-degree dew point, feels more like 83 degrees. But as we make our way through the next 24 hours, the cold front that's bringing those rain showers will move off the coast, and that will reintroduce some cooler and drier air back to eastern North Carolina by the time we wake up tomorrow. So again, the humidity that we're seeing today is just for today. Tomorrow we are looking at relief and a return to more autumn-like conditions. We've got several more rounds of rain to get through. You can see just how broken this line is. Not a whole lot of organization, which has really kind of eliminated our opportunity for any sort of severe storms. Love saying that. Severe weather not a part of today's forecast. Rain showers certainly are. We may hear a rumble of thunder, but I wouldn't put any money on it. There is a chance, but we just don't have enough lift in the atmosphere to really get that thunderstorm type of event and really circulation going. But it's not just, of course, today that that we're worried about as far as that cold front goes. As we head through tomorrow, that cold front is going to stall to our south. Now, that's going to lead to mostly sunny skies across eastern North Carolina for your Thursday, but that cold front, as it moves off the coast and stalls, will act as a nice home or a developing grounds for an area of low pressure that is set to impact us this coming weekend. Here's a look at how it's all going to play out. There's that front moving off of our coast and then really kind of slowing down as we head through Thursday and Friday, not fully leaving the area. And then you see that low pressure system off the coast of Florida. That's going to slowly work its way northward towards us, bringing with it not only heavy rain showers at times. We'll see the heaviest rain likely through Saturday afternoon to really Sunday morning. That's going to be kind of the wettest time period the system will bring, but it's also the winds that are going to come with this area of low pressure. The low itself is expected to deepen as it moves over eastern North Carolina. What that means is the area of low pressure will get stronger, increasing the flow of air around the low and increasing the wind speeds. So this is again where it's expected to be by the time we get to Sunday at around 4 a.m. Pretty much sitting right over Cape Hatteras. We're going to get rid of that low and zoom the picture in a little bit closer, and you can see more of the wind lines here. And I really want to highlight New Bern down to around Havelock, particularly around the mouth of the Neuse River. Those wind lines, again, running parallel to the Neuse, and that will lead to higher chances of coastal flooding across areas around Harlow and Blaze, and essentially kind of there on the south side of the mouth of the Neuse River in Craven County and potentially even parts of Carteret County as well. Now, also want to highlight that Ocracoke will likely be seeing an opportunity for sound-side flooding coming up through the day on Sunday. I think our winds will be stronger on Sunday than what we are going to see on Saturday. Saturday is kind of more of a rain type of event than a wind event, but those winds will pick up Saturday evening into Saturday night. Sunday, they will reach their peak, and that, of course, could push some water around, especially considering these winds are going to be fairly consistent throughout the day on Sunday. So we are, again, looking at some water buildup there around southern Craven County along that Neuse River coastline there, beach, really. Then coming up for Monday and Tuesday, we could see some of those rain showers linger. Right now, models are having a really difficult time trying to determine how the low pressure system that will be giving us those rough conditions over the weekend will exit eastern North Carolina. Some have it doing a little bit of a loop-de-loop and coming back into the Carolinas as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday. Obviously, we haven't included that in your forecast as we are pointing more towards a sunny solution. But again, other models, like what we are kind of banking on at this point, is that area of low pressure, that nor'easter that's going to be developing along our coast, will continue its way northward towards the New York, New England region. That's part of the forecast, again, we're less certain about, but the certainty with this weekend's forecast continues to increase as we get closer and closer to both Saturday and Sunday. Really quick, do also want to mention, as you can see on your 8-day forecast, that Mumfest is happening on both Saturday and Sunday. If you're heading out there, make sure you pack a rain jacket. Umbrellas might not be the best idea because umbrellas and wind, that's just not a good combination. So again, go with the rain jackets for Mumfest. Should still be a pretty fun time. 71 degrees on Saturday, turns to 68 on Sunday, and then we slowly warm up as we head through next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.